Hey my dear friends, welcome to my great channel. My name is Tanya, I'm from Belarus, and for more than 5 years I'm living here in Egypt. Today I want to tell you my story, how, under which circumstances I moved to Egypt. And I want to mention that here in Egypt I am married with amazing, handsome Egyptian man, and I already live here. Before I start my story, I will drink some coffee because you know it is a little bit chilly here in Egypt. Even it's Egypt, it should be a warm country, right? Even in winter. But let's say in Egypt it is such strange situation, a paradox, that outside it is very warm and pleasant weather. Yeah, you still have to wear some jacket and something like that. But inside home, can you believe me? It is around 10 degrees less than outside. So when you come to home, let's say you come to the fridge, you feel yourself, you live in the fridge all winter. So that's why I feel so much cold, because I just came from my home, and I hope that this nice coffee will help me to warm up. Yeah, maybe by the way, probably you noticed that I drank coffee and I have my spoon inside the tea. It is one of Russian traditions, if you can call it like that, or Russian, you know, some things that you say, aha, you're Russian. Because we usually leave a spoon inside the cup. Whatever we drink, tea, coffee, like we like to hold the spoon in our finger like that and just drink it, so... Okay, let's move to the story. To begin with, all the time that I remember myself, I always wanted to travel. Always. And when I was small girl, when it was, let's say, up to 16 years old, like all this time before 16 or 17 years old, I've never traveled anywhere except some post-Soviet Union countries like Russia and Ukraine. But you know, for us it is not traveling. Yeah, it's traveling, but not traveling that your heart wants, because all these countries look pretty much the same. But I always wanted to travel somewhere abroad, really abroad. My dream was, and is still now, to travel to Italy. I've never been to Italy, so I was dreaming to go to Italy. I was dreaming to go to Europe, to travel, to go by plane, to have this feeling of foreign people, foreign speech, and to feel that you are like a Martian on another land, on another planet. And at the same time, from my childhood, from 11 years old, I was doing folklore dancing. Okay, so I did it several times per week after my school, and I did it actually pretty professional. And after I started doing dancing on a semi-professional level, I understood that I love to perform. Even now, when I film this YouTube video, I feel that I'm like performing, I'm like on stage. And you know, this feeling to be on stage, to perform, I really wanted it so much, and I decided, it is a big word, I was thinking about, I was planning to do, or I was wishing to one day to go somewhere abroad to dance in some show ballet, yeah, to perform on some stages, to make shows as my income, not just as a hobby, because we didn't get money for what we was doing, it was just for us. But let's say our society have its own schedule. Okay, so you finish school, you should go to university, and it is very right step, in my opinion. It's very right to go to university and to do some steps in life that already 1 billion people did before you. So when I graduated from school, I decided to start learning English, and I entered the faculty of foreign languages, and I was studying English. That's why I have this English right now. Actually, majority of Russian-speaking people, they don't speak English well. There are some reasons for that. Maybe I will make a video with this topic. If you want to see this video, please write in comments, and in general write in comments the topics that you would like me to cover in my videos. So I was studying on the faculty of foreign languages, and I was studying for free because I got a good points before entering the university. So my point was higher with 20 points than it should be. So I was studying for free. And after such students who study for free, when they graduate from university, they should work for 2 years at any educational place. In most cases, it is just school. And when I realized that I will have to go to school and teach, and let's say I never wanted to be a teacher, never. I mean, sometimes I imagined that I explained something, but I didn't want to work at school or at some purely educational place, like like this academic places, like schools, universities, where there is a strict system and everything. Never. I'm not such personality that is created to work at schools. But when I realized that, I became very sad, and even I can say that I became very depressed because I wanted somehow to escape this, but I understood that unfortunately I can't escape. To be honest, I could escape if I would think more creatively, when I would think about some solutions, but I was not thinking about that. I had some other problems in my life that were going on in parallel with this university. I just went with the flow, and after university I went actually to work at school, and I was working at school for, like, in general around 3.5 or 4 years. And I can tell you that during these 3.5 years I understood completely that you know something for sure, and after a while you know this for sure 1,000,000% that no, that's it, it's not for me at all. Even I will not now explain why. Like, who worked at school and who didn't like it, you will understand me. Who worked and who liked, yeah, it is your call of your heart, and probably it is job for you, but not for me, not for my personality. And when I moved from school, I felt I'm so free from inside, as if a burden was laying on my shoulders, and I just removed it suddenly with all my power. Freedom! Yeah, like in this movie, freedom. And from this point, yeah, I became more free from inside, but I still, I didn't know what should I do else, and I tried several jobs. I was working as a customer service representative, some work that you are looking for, searching for foreign clients for a company, and also I realized it's not for me. And at this time I already turned 24 or 25 years old, something like that. And I don't know how the things are going in your countries, like in European, in USA, because I think my videos will watch people from these countries. But in our country, like in Belarus, in Russia, in Ukraine, the same situation in our post-Soviet Union countries. You should, or it is better if you marry before some particular age, because later they say that it will be difficult to marry because there are a lot of young girls who are growing up, so you should get married soon, not to stay single all your life, okay? And so I was 25 or 24. I stopped working at school. I started working for a while at a company, but I also didn't like my job. I was not married, and I just recently broke up my relationships with my boyfriend. And I was somewhere that some people, they will think that, okay, I'm in depression, I'm in the pit. No nice work, no nice relationships, no perspective to get married. At least now, I mean, yeah, everything can happen, but at least now, no. Gloomy weather and no perspective to have a nice income, okay? To have a job, it is not a goal. A goal is to have a good job that will pay you so that you can buy something nice. I mean, you understand, you get it. So at this time, I understood, if I will not risk, I will be miserable. What was the risk? I decided that I will try to go and work abroad, but not just any work. I decided to go and fulfill my dream and work in entertainment. What I mean, I saw a lot of advertisement that in Egypt they invite animators, yeah, to work in hotels in Egypt and in Turkey. In Turkey, it was higher salary, but it was more difficult to get to Turkey because you had to have work permission. But to work in Egypt, you know, in general, like Egypt, it's not very strict regarding to all these rules. So I started to search actually both in Turkey, in Egypt at the same time. Just to let you understand, at the same time, I was applying to work as a cabin crew for Emirates Airlines, for in Doha, this airlines in Doha, Qatar Airways. At the same time, I was searching for some job in Dubai. You know, at this time, I was searching for everything but outside of Belarus. I really didn't see possibilities and perspectives to work in Belarus in order to get a salary close to at least $1,000, okay? So I wanted to get salary at least $1,000. I think if you watch me now from USA, you will say, hey, I get $1,000 just cleaning the streets, or even I get more. But yeah, for us, $1,000, it is a good salary, at least for a young girl who didn't have family and like that. But coming back to my desire to work as an entertainment in Egypt, let's say, okay, let's concentrate with Egypt. So I found some people, some managers who hired people to work in Egypt, and I wrote to one of them, it was a girl, okay, very pretty girl, and I told her that I would like to work in animation because I'm actually active, I like to play volleyball, I mean, I love sports, and I really wanted to live for a while in a warm, sunny country. And after I wrote to her, she asked me, okay, can you dance? Because we make dance shows, or, you know, these animation dances, oppa, 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 something like this, okay? And I said, yeah, actually, I'm a dancer. I mean, I'm dancing from 11 years old, and yeah, I'm a dancer. So she said, stop. Would you like to try yourself as a dancer, not as animation? After she told me these several words, you know, I felt that my heart starts to open like a flower. I thought, what? Me to work as a dancer in a show? Me, the person who was dreaming to work as a dancer, and you just propose, you are a real person proposing to me to try myself as a dancer? You know, from this time, it was February 2015. All this time, from February to May or to June 2015, I was doing a lot of efforts to lose my weight, to be, you know, to be more slim, to learn the choreography that they sent to me. But let's say they sent to me choreography to see how I will repeat it. So for example, I recorded video, I sent it back, and they didn't reply for a long time, okay? But all this time I was repeating something, I was learning something, and at the same time I was working both at school, and a lot of things were happening. I will make more videos like to explain what really happened, okay? And at the end of the day, it was May, I left my job because I was waiting that they will now propose to me to work, and suddenly they told me, you know, your legs a little bit thick, okay, you are not so slim as we need, so I'm sorry, the manager refused. And when she told me this, and I already left my job, and I was very miserable at this moment because my dream was sliding from my hands, like, you know, escaping. And I thought, no, I want to find something. I want to go to dance. That's it. I decided. And then very quickly I found another manager, and I wrote to her, and I don't know, it was like circumstances, it was by accident, or it was God plan for my life, but she accepted me, and she said, yeah, okay, we need a girl now, so come, let's come. And let's say I contacted her at the end of May, and already 15th of June I came to Egypt to work as a dancer in a show ballet. It was international show ballet. I was living in Hurghada, and for half a year I was working in this show. Then I came back to work with them after I visited my family, so I came back to work in Sharm el Sheikh. also as a dancer, and then we moved to Cairo, and in Cairo I continued working as a dancer. We worked in the evenings, we gave our shows on wedding parties, on some occasions, we worked as dancers with some Egyptian singers. So I was, you know, all my heart was in dancing, all my activity was in dancing. At the same time, I can tell you that when I fulfilled my dream, what happened in my life when I fulfilled my dream? First, my mood changed, you know? And when I say mood, I don't say just, today I'm happy, tomorrow I'm sad. No, I mean something inside you, like your spirit, my spirit raised, or how to say this word correctly in English. Like I became so excited from inside. I got a lot of friends from different countries. I met very interesting people. I broke my stereotypes regarding to Egypt. And the most important things that happened in my life, I met an amazing man with who I'm married now. I got a baby, you know, and I continue my life here in Egypt. You know, it would never happen if I would not decide one day just to follow my dream. And it was a very small dream. Let's say it was not a difficult dream. I didn't make for myself a goal to become a billionaire in 1 year, but it was a small goal to work as a dancer in an international show somewhere abroad, somewhere out of Belarus, and just fulfilling this small dream. But for me, of course, it's a big dream. I got married, I got baby, I live now in a sunny, very nice place with lots of fruits, with very nice people. I'm living in environment where people don't drink, and for me it is very important. They don't drink alcohol. They really respect family traditions. They respect family as it is. They love kids, you know, for me, really. Like sometimes I don't think about these things, but when now I think about that, it is my dream life. And here, being in Egypt, I also fulfilled my another dream. I became a software developer. Actually, hello guys, I am a dancing software developer. And I will tell you in next videos how I became a software developer. But it will be another story. So here I am, living in Egypt, being at this time a dance instructor. I work now in fitness, in a gym as a dance instructor, and at the same time I'm a software developer, and at the same time I'm a YouTuber, and all these things are moving together while I'm here in Egypt after I fulfilled my dream. So thanks for watching my video. If you have any questions, please ask them. If you have any comments, please write them, because I will be very happy to communicate with you, to show you more things, more interesting things about my life, about Egypt, about Russian traditions, because I'm sure that it will be interesting for you to know about them, because I know that in European countries or in USSR, in USA, Russia is presented as a devil, as an enemy, as some evil, you know, somebody evil. But it is not like that, and I want to prove it by myself. So thanks for watching. See you next videos. Bye bye.